Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tale, going to start our new after story. So, we are no Vilio, stop trying to jump in. We are going, like I said at the end of Ion's route, I was like, I'm pretty sure maybe we'll just do Pashalia next. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're all curious how Ellie's doing. Look at it, cute little, it's so cute. Anyway, what I can believe in. Oh, look, he's so precious in his little chibi art. Not even chibi art. I don't even know what it is. It's adorable, though. Anyway. Chapter 1. Ooh, he looks beautiful. We need to see how he's doing, because everyone, he's like, he was sick and dying, or he's too sick to come to our wedding, and it's like, we need to check up on our boy. Okay, listen. We know he's fine in this one, but still. It was early afternoon, and gentle sunlight poured in through the window. I wonder where Pashalia is. Oh, look at that. Pashalia 3. A charming young man with a kind and gentle aura. He was afflicted with an incurable illness called vastitas, whatever. But he overcame it with Leave's blessing. Now he has a proper contract with Vita and lives in our theater with our heroine. I was cleaning up the tavern to prepare for dinner. Yes, okay, an ordinary girl who works at Lieber, the tavern in the capital. After completing Leave's trial, she's living happily with Pashalia. Looking up at the clock, I blew out a sigh and mumbled to myself. I wonder if did he stay blonde in this one, or are we back to blue? That guy's sure taking his time just to send a letter. Brady was tidying up the place along with me. I know, right? Who knows? Maybe the Wooloo post office is crowded. That's Pashalia we're talking about, you know. He's probably getting stuck with the usual. Very well could be. Knowing what the fluffball was referring to, I gave him a rueful smile. If you're worried, how about you go pick him up? Nice idea, Spiria. I guess I'll do that. Can I leave the rest to you guys? Well then, I guess the time's finally come for the great Rady to show off his super serious mode. Super serious mode. When Rady makes a serious effort to work, he enters this mode. It seems that even Spiria, who's lived with him for years, has never witnessed it before, because he's full of shit. Even the glossary's calling Rady out for being full of shit. Sure would be nice if you were in that mode all the time. Oh well, you heard him. Don't you worry about us. If you're running behind, you can just go do your errand and come back. Gotcha. I'll be going then. I went to my bird in case you heard that. Just sitting next to me. You're being cute and quiet and not biting my headset. Just being very well behaved. Really? A little oof on you. You're so cute. What you sitting there? So you look. Get your little toes crossed. Yeah. You're sitting there politely waiting. Okay. Good though. Sometimes you're feisty. I know. I know. You're like, I sit in quiet because when he's feisty, I get yelled at. I know. I usually didn't mind him returning home late. Today was an exception. We had some things to take care of, so I needed to bring him back in time. I can pretty much guess what he's doing right now. Given what had happened before, I figured he was being held up by passers-by on the main road. He should be around here somewhere. I walked down the busy street, eyes wandering as I sought him out. At that moment, a familiar voice rose up from a nearby crowd. Okay, yeah, blonde Pashalia. I was like, he became blonde when he magically healed him, when he healed and everything. So, like, I think this is the only ending where he ended up blonde. I'm sorry, they called him brunette, but that's fucking blonde. Okay, that is like golden blonde, okay? But anyway, it looks like it's because the mystic tool is malfunctioning. The spirit is innocent. I totally thought the fire spirit pulled a prank on me. I feel bad. Alright, I gotta send the tool for repairs. Listen, Pashalia, when I was hanging my laundry, a strong wind suddenly came and blew my sheets away. It might be the wind spirit's doing. I'll go ask them. I knew it. Pashalia had been stopped by the townspeople who peppered him with spirit-related questions.
I was really kind of expecting it to be like women just fawning over him because he's beautiful. You know what I mean? But no, it's just people asking him like, it's adorable though. It was the same old pattern. He'd hear them out, ask the spirits, and thus solve the problem. Come to think of it, he was surrounded like this when we first met. Flashback, but not to the CG. It all started when a troupe called Circus showed up out of nowhere. They waltzed right into my peaceful life with Radia and Spiria. Did I say Radia? I was trying to say Radi and it came like that was weird. Anyway, on that very day, I met Pashalia for the first time. His unusual appearance made it obvious that he was a spirit contractor, so he garnered a lot of attention. It's the gorgeous blue hair with the curls that look like waves. Are these two the staff you mentioned? And nice to meet you. I'm Pashalia. We'll be in your care. Pashalia's looks and personality were not of this world. He could be quite an airhead sometimes, so I tended to worry about it. All our boyfriends are a little stupid. Vishalia's a little flighty. He's just innocent. Vilio's just a little dumb. Ion's a little dumb. Ginia just ignores everything. It's not that he's dumb. He just doesn't listen. And then Alest is too busy chasing after Ginia, trying to make him do his job to even pay attention. He's the smartest one we got, though. Leon's too busy, like, fawning over us. He's a little bit of a himbo. Okay, seriously, Zephora and Alest are, like, the smartest ones that we have. Seriously. Everybody else is a little bit of a himbo. I think Ginny is pretty smart. He just doesn't want to show it or use it. Okay? And, like, Rady's just lazy. Is he an idiot? No, he's just lazy. He's too drunk to use his brains, and Ginny is too busy primping himself to use his brains. So they're an exception. They're not stupid. They're just lazy. But everybody else is a little dumb. Again, except for Zephora and Alest. They're, like, the only ones that are intelligent. But Alest is too busy to answer our questions. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I heard you. Calivis is actually the smartest fucking person out of everybody here. Fair. He didn't talk for a while and was basically like a vegetable. Still the smartest cran in this cran box. Alright, that's saying something. That's some fucked up shit. Anyway. Aww, flashback CGs. But when we were in Kalita, he was the one who noticed my loneliness. But I can always lend you an ear at least. You can come to me about anything. His compassion and kindness slowly moved my heart. If I were to pinpoint the time when I started to really feel conscious of him, it was after what happened in Orion's. Michelia kissed my cheek and acted like my lover to avert a problem. Though I knew it was all an act, I couldn't stop the blush that flared across my cheeks. A new warmth had ignited within me. Ever since that day, I grew more and more aware of Pashalia. And the closer I got to him, the more I felt some sort of invisible wall between us. It was so close, yet so far. It was only after we set out on our second journey with Calivis that I learned the reason behind that invisible wall. Yes, it all became painfully clear. Ever since he was born, he'd suffered from an incurable disease called vastitas. Vastitas? That's whatever we were calling it. I can't read. He was only able to survive through synchronization with a higher spirit named Vita. Synchronization, a process that involves a spirit and a human merging their bodies. This can be performed without the human's consent, and the spirit can even take over the body. However, since the spirit is isolated from nature, they will vanish if they persist the synchronization or dry up their power, a technique considered forbidden in modern Eshelita. But Vita's magic started to wane, and with it, Pashalia's time in this world. He managed to wake up when we took him to a spring in his hometown. Spring, a clear spring located in a forest near Ruth, and home to numerous spirits. Before Vita synchronized with Pashalia, she resided here. Pashalia had accepted his death. He had given up on living. But not me. I wasn't going to give up on him. I wanted him to live. I desperately conveyed my feelings to him. It's kind of sad because like his backstory is so freaking tragic and sad, and in the other one's like the common route kind of ending where we did, you know, Olivis and Leon and Ginia and Aleste, whatever, that branch. It's like, oh, he's doing better. They found a way to kind of maybe sort of help him. Like they kind of like was like, not something, he's fine. Okay, cool, whatever. You don't have to explain it to me. But you basically were like, just fine, medicine or something. You know what I mean? Which is all I really wanted. That's all you need in that. You're like, okay, cool. But then, like, in Ions, it's like, he's sick. It's like, oh my god, but see, now we're just feeling like he's dying in every other round. And all I want is the, no, magic, and he's fine. Cool. You know? He's recovering, but slowly. That's all. That's all I need. You know? Because, like, you get to this and you're like, so am I just supposed to assume that in every other round he just dies? Because that's like, what the fuck? At least this game was like, he went off to maybe get better, and they leave it kind of open so you can pretend there's a happy ending. And so far, Ions is the only one that's been like, he's too sick to come to our wedding, and you're like, that doesn't bode well. I don't like that. I'm just saying, considering some other games are like, did you like this character? They're your favorite. Fuck you, they're dead. Can't have them. That's your ending. Fuck you. You know what game I'm talking about. So mad. We'll never not be mad. Anyway, we tried everything. Kalivas even offered to form a contract with Pashalia, until finally our hopes and wishes for him to live ignited something in him. I still want to live. Pashalia expressed his longing to see the future. He gained the will to survive. I was over the moon when I heard him say that. My desire to have him close to me welled up and overflowed. I like you, Pashalia. I feel like this was the time to be like, I love you desperately. But sure. I opened up about my feelings. Though his answer wasn't what I'd hoped to hear. Thank you. Kinda forgot that. Okay, ouch. But sorry. His words were so gentle, yet so cruel. I couldn't keep the tears from rolling down my cheeks. I mean, we know why. Like, it's like I'm gonna die and I don't want to leave you alone, so. I convinced myself that was what love is all about. I tried to move on after that, acting the same as usual. I tried treating him as no more than a friend. During that time, we were given a trial by Lieb, the great spirit of water. The trial was so tough, it almost cost me my life. I'd never forget the fear I felt then. And there he is, our beautiful... You know what I find funny, though? Like, yes, he was contracted with the water spirit, which is what gave his hair, like, the blue tint, and it made his hair look like waves. That little detail still I love. Instead of just the end of his hair, it kind of curled up in the little curls at the end were like waves, and his hair, when it's blonde, doesn't do that. But, like, his eyes changed color, too. I mean, I get it, I guess. Like, because you contracted with a water spirit, your beautiful oceany blue hair and eyes were really just because of, well, the synchronization or whatever, not the contract. You know. But I do find it interesting that they didn't leave him with the blue eyes. But I suppose if they did, we'd have been like, but then why are his eyes blue and not, you know. Whatever. Anyway. However, Pashalia found me and voiced his determination. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Sorry for hurting you all the time. Thank you for not giving up on me. For still loving me. I was scared. I was in so much pain. I believed in him and waited, and in the end, he found me. We could finally express our mutual feelings. Once we successfully overcome the trial, Lieb gave us her blessing. Blessing! The divine protection Lieb bestowed upon our heroine and Pashalia after they overcame their trial. Thanks to her blessing, Pashalia conquered his illness and can live a normal life. Oh, that's true. We got a wedding. I forgot that too. Okay. I forgot. I forgot a lot of what happened. I didn't have time to replay the first game because I was like, it's a good and I remember the gist, but I don't remember details like this. Like, we got married? Well, shit. I guess I can't be really mad. Okay, so literally what just happened yesterday is me like, no, we can't have weddings in the game. And everyone's like, do you not remember the wedding from the first? No, clearly not. I remember that Zephora didn't even say I love you, and that son of a bitch better pour out his feelings. Like, I'm gonna crack that salty little fucker, and he's gonna spill all his emotions like a broken salt shaker, okay, is all I'm saying. We're gonna be knee-deep in salty emotions. Alright, that's what I demand from his route, but I don't remember getting married in any of the other. I don't remember. Shit. Okay. I'm glad. I appreciate the little, like, flashback, like, let me recap the first game just a little bit. Not, hey, we traveled around. No, we got that. But, like, we traveled around, and here's what happened with Pashalia. Just bing, bang, boom. Done. Quick hit. Like, yes, thank you for the refreshers. While putting the CGs from the first game in the background. I appreciate that. Because, like, even though it wasn't that long ago, we've played, like, 6 other games in between. Has it been, like, 3 or 4? I don't remember. But it's been enough that I can't remember. Okay. A couple of months is a long time. I forget very easily. Anyway. Pashalia was freed from his fear of death at last. See, and again, so you can see his... that little hair detail's one of my favorite things, though. It's so good. Together, we walked toward the future. Because, like, now the ends of his hair is just normal swoopies instead of having the little, like, whooshy curls at the end where, like, waves. Oh, my God. It's just a brilliant, tiny little fucking detail. The tiny details. That, like, you wonder how many people noticed it and went, like, oh, my God, look at his hair. It's, like, waves. And then, like, whatever. And then when it changed, like, but yet the artists were still like, I'm gonna do this. And if nobody notices, whatever, I did it for myself. And if 5 people notice, cool. Like, you know, how many other little details are there that I don't notice? You know, aside from that. Anyway, together we walked toward the future. I noticed all of her flowers have blue in them like water. I got that. Some time had passed since then. There were still a lot of things Pashalia, my now husband, wanted to see and learn. Okay, I'm just gonna say, in Ion's route, we were taking it slow and you were getting embarrassed about kisses. Do not get that way in this one. You're married to the man. I don't want to hear any, like, little, like, oh my God, I'm blushing and giggling kind of thing is cute, but the, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Again, they just really need to write it better when they do that. Because I feel like that's what they're trying to convey, is like, they're like, oh my God, stop. I'm giggly and I love it. You know, when it comes out, because they're constantly, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. The way they write it just conveys the wrong tone, you know? Like, instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, I was supposed to be like, oh my God, it made me giggle, like, whatever. Like, there's just a way to convey it where you know it's like, stop. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and like, you know, I'm swooning. Like, oh, I'm gonna need a fainting couch. Let me swoon over here a little bit where it's giggly and fun and you're enjoying it. And not, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Why would you kiss me in public like that? Oh, where it's like awkward and weird and it's like, you have 4 kids, stop it. You know what I mean? There's a difference. But they don't seem to convey it properly. Maybe that's a translation issue. So maybe translators need to get better with that thing. Anyway. He had moved into Lieber and had livened things up at the tavern. You know, okay, I was reading that right. But that wasn't all. Due to his ability to communicate with spirits, he had sort of become a spirit consultant. As much as I want to leave them be, we have plans after this. The moment there was a lull in the citizens' bombardment, I'd called out to him. He should really set up shop and be like, oh, if you have problems, come talk to me during these hours, but afterward? No. Thus, I waited for an opportunity. Thanks for telling me all that, Pashalia. It's now or never. I opened my mouth to call his name. Right then, something whooshed past me. Are those flowers? Colorful flowers appeared out of nowhere, fluttering around Pashalia. Oh my God, do we get a beautiful CG right away? Oh my God. Look at how beautiful he is in this. Damn. And before I knew it, the man was surrounded by beautiful blooms. I mean, seriously? It's not just the beautiful flowers, it's just the beautiful look on his face with the flowers all around him, like, oh, look at how glorious he is. They went hard with this one. Okay, no, the hardest they went was that Ginny CG, okay? That was like, did you want to drop dead? Because there you go. We know that that you've forgotten how to breathe. Figure it out. But this is like the, look at how beautiful he is. This is the, like, beautiful gasp. But you can still breathe. I can't because now I'm thinking of that Ginny CG. Dear God. Anyway. But goddamn. They're just like, hi, here you go. Thank you. Whoa. What's going on, guys? With a surprised look on his face, he voiced his puzzlement to the floating flowers. Spirits were clearly responsible for the display, though I couldn't see them myself. Want to thank me for speaking to the humans? Jeez, you don't need to do that. The flowers floated even closer to him when he refused. They were probably urging the long-haired man to accept their show of gratitude. Fine, I accept. Thank you. Pashalia plucked a flower from midair and smiled gently. So beautiful. You know she ain't talking about the flowers. The image of Pashalia smiling with a flower in hand was lifted straight from a fairy tale. Yes. Perfect phrasing. Absolutely. It was truly a heavenly sight. Captivated by the picture-perfect view, I completely forgot to address him. But I wasn't the only one mesmerized. How could Pashalia look so attractive all the time? I know, right? He looks like a character from a picture book. Even the people in town admired his beauty. I can't believe that man is my husband. I can't believe that man is your husband either. I kind of forgot. I keep forgetting. Like this. Giggling because, yeah, the goofy giggling. Fawning. That. I get that 100%. My lips tugged up into a proud smile. It was then that a pair of soft brown eyes flicked my way. My reflection sparkled in them. Yep, and then he's staring, and now he's looking directly into your soul. Okay. As if the CG wasn't beautiful, and then he's looking at you, and don't you want to be like, no, I get the giggly. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey, Spacey. His smile was like a blooming chloris, and I found myself smiling back at him. How could you not? He is beautiful. I've come to pick you up. The adorable wife has arrived, so I'll be on my way. Thanks for the flowers, guys. Feel free to come to me if anything happens. It's so weird, though, seeing him with, like, it's supposed to be light brown, but the blonde hair. The yellowish hair. But, like, it's just so bizarre. Bidding farewell to both the spirits and the townspeople, he walked right over to me. Sorry it took longer than I thought. We're going to meet Clivis after this, yes? Now, did Clivis grew up in Vilio's route? Because Vilio's route was kind of like the end-all be-all. But did he grow up in any of the other ones? I don't remember. Yep, we've still got time, so you're not exactly late. The other day, we received an express Wooloo post letter from the royal family. They'd requested our presence at the castle. Furia and Rady will take care of the store, so how about we go straight there? Sure, let's do that. Hold on, in that case, should I give these flowers to Clivis as a present? Why not? They're beautiful. Maybe we can buy some cute ribbons from the shop over there and make a bouquet. I'd like that. Let's pop over there then. Oh, but before that... Pashalia opened one of his hands and faced me. What are you doing? Gonna put a flower in my hair? I tilted my head, confused. He simply chuckled and took my hand. Important to hold hands when we're walking together. The warmth of his gentle hand brought a smile to my face. Nope, he's just gonna hold my hand. That's still cute. I'll take either one. Yeah, it sure is. And then the giggling. That's what I kind of want to see. The like, yes, because the man's mesmerizingly beautiful. So if you're gonna get stupid, it makes me want to fawn. Absolutely, I'm there for that. I get that 100%. It's the, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. He's trying to hold my hand. Yeah, I don't like that, but they're like, yeah, he's holding my hand. That's so cute. That, yeah. Yeah. So far, she's giggling like an idiot, but that's exactly how I feel, so I get it. I'm here for that. That makes sense. You know? It's not constantly talking about how embarrassed she is. I held his hand tightly as we headed toward the castle together. But it's like weird because in Ion's where it's like we've been together for a year. Like, yeah, we weren't married, but like you should be used to his kisses or whatever. Like, I mean, he used to kiss me in public was a little embarrassing. Okay, fine, I get it. Everyone's got lines. You know. But the like being like embarrassed about him kissing you like when he got home is that's just odd. They didn't harp on it though. I'm harping on it, but that's my like, I don't like that, but we strolled along buying some ribbons and making a bouquet. Despite the detour, we only had to hurry a little bit. Right on time. Now I feel bad because we usually take way longer than this whenever we go out. It's totally fine. You're helping people after all. And you'd better not stop anytime soon. I knew you'd say that. Lashalia let out a soft giggle, then gazed into the distance. Do you know what comes to mind when people seek my advice? And if many of them seem trivial, there are a lot of issues between humans and spirits. Don't look sad. It's so weird because, like, I know we saw the CG was so beautiful. I was distracted by how pretty he is. But now seeing him with the blonde constantly is, like, so distracting. I'm like, this is, like, it's so bizarre. It's so weird. It's so hard to get used to. Like, I don't know what's happening. True. I mean, normal humans can't see spirits, let alone understand what they're saying. So there are bound to be misunderstandings and conflicts. And that's why you're so special. They're glad you're here. You're so special is the right answer. No way. No way it's not. Like, that's why they're glad you're here. Yeah, I'm sure the townspeople are glad Pashali is here. But that's a nice thing to say to her husband. But the best is you're so special. Because it's not just the townspeople are glad you're here. It's I'm glad you're here and I think you're super motherfucking special. That's the icing on the they're glad you're here cake. You know what I'm saying? No, it's they're glad you're here. Really? Okay. I don't know. I think you're so special is better, but sure, okay. Well, the humans and the spirits are glad to have you here. I mean, I'm not saying that this was not a nice thing to say, but I feel like you're so special is like a better version of it. But okay, sure. I hope so. They certainly are. The other day, you got some gourmet sugar as a thank you for helping someone with a problem. Even today, the spirits gave you such pretty flowers. I lifted the bouquet in my hand. Michelia gave a tiny smile at the colorful token of gratitude that we're now going to re-gift, by the way. You have a point. I'm also glad I can be of help to others. Except, this isn't my own power. What do you mean? Seeing the sorrow on his face, I couldn't help but ask. Just relaying the spirit's messages to humans. All I do is interpret what the spirits say because I happen to be able to talk to them. Yeah, but that's a power that other humans don't have, so it is your power, being able to talk to spirits. The fact that both parties can now understand each other is strictly because they're willing to communicate. So for me, the townspeople and the spirits are the incredible ones. Unless they come to me for help, there's essentially nothing I can do. You think? I disagree, actually. No matter how hard they tried, normal humans could never see nor hear spirits. I wouldn't be able to fault them even if they forgot about spirits entirely. Rashalia was different, though. Speaking with spirits was an everyday occurrence for him. Perhaps that was why he felt he hadn't done anything special. Sorry for bringing it up. It's not that big of a deal anyway. And just to let you know, I'm not belittling myself. It's just, I want to do something more than this. I like to go out of my way to do things for others, not just take on people's requests. And for now, it's a pipe dream of sorts. I can't say I've figured it out yet. Okay. I'm relieved to hear you're not having a hard time at the very least. I'm fine, really. Thanks for your concern, though. Oops, look at the time. We've got to hurry, Spacey. He gently pulled my hand and led me into the castle. I know it's nothing serious, but I hope I can help alleviate his concerns. I hope we get another Alest CG in here. How My goal is to see Aleste in every single fucking route. As I thought so, I snuck a peek at the man beside me. One of the castle guards escorted us to a room where we found someone waiting for us. Listen, it was one of my boyfriends. I was expecting Aleste. I got Ginia. I'm not disappointed either way.
My dear Pashalia, I've been waiting for you. Do you know how much I missed you?
You could at least say that to me, Jesus. Wait, Ginia?
A long time no see, you two. Glad you're doing well. How's your newlywed life going, lovebirds? I bet you're making out all the time.
Well, that's not what we're doing all the time, but that also, yes. Well, what are you talking about? Now that I can understand being embarrassed about, because you're like, whoa, I don't want to talk about my makeout times with you, Ginia. Jesus.
Of course we are.
Oh, dear God, Pashalia.
Since communication and physical intimacy are the key to a happy marriage, I make sure to never miss it.
Oh, dear God. I can understand you being embarrassed now, because this is like, oh, dear God. Do not talk to Ginia like this.
Oh, care to elaborate on that?
Look at him! Look at Ginia, you're getting way too involved! Ginia, none of your business. What? Stop it. Oh, come on! Enough about the newlywed life. What brings you here anyway,
My, look who's all red.
You were blushing before, too, you idiot.
Now you've got me even more curious. Spill the beans right away, Pashalia.
Right in front of me. Like, they're like, Ginia, put it away. Oh my God. Ginia sided closer to Pashalia, trying to wring out more details about our life. You know, Ginia's a little bit of a pervert. This is where you could feel embarrassed, and this is hilarious, though.
If Spacey says no, my lips are sealed. All right, then, keep your secrets. Now let's get to the point, shall we? There's something I'd like to ask of you, Pashalia.
It's that.
You see, I've been having a wee little fight with my contracted spirit. Can you interpret what they're saying? And just what is it they don't like about me? Can't they see I'm absolutely flawless? In fact, that spirit must be unbelievably selfish, daring to kick up a fuss about a perfect person like me.
Ginia had launched into a full-on whiny rant. This little fucking mouth. How do you not love what a prissy little bitch he is? God, I love it. At that moment, a gust of wind tore through the room, ruffling his neatly styled hair.
Goodness gracious, what are you doing?
He swung his hands in the air, trying to shoo the spirit away. But the thing is like, you have a contracted spirit, but you can't understand them? He failed, of course, and the wind continued to blow, clearly teasing him.
See? It's been like this all morning.
You know what's funny? Because, like, I always forget that he has a spirit contract. You know what I mean? Like, because they didn't really mention it in his route at all. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't talk about it. It's like something that I kind of forgot. They brought it up. Well, I mean, one point, I don't remember if it was in the common route they bring it up or they mentioned it in the Ion's route or something, like offhand, and you're like, oh, it's stirring in the back of your mind, like, oh yeah. But like, they never really bring it up otherwise. Do spirits and their contractors usually fight? Vina and Pashalia were the only spirit and contractor I really knew. They acted like siblings, getting into odd squabbles here and there. I always thought Pashalia and Vita were a special case since they can communicate with each other. Turns out spirits can fight with their contractors without exchanging words.
Well, I did form a contract with my spirit because we're very much alike. And I believe it's rare for spirits and their contractors to fight. But, you know, even the closest human besties in the world can bicker with each other.
He's over there, like, thinking of Aleste. Aleste busts in the room, for fucking real! And then just leaves.
The spirits are the same. And they can get upset and fight over trivial things.
All this felt foreign to me. I wasn't a contractor. I couldn't see or hear spirits.
But just because we formed a contract, it doesn't mean we have perfect mutual understanding. It usually takes me some time to figure out what in the world my spirit's mad about. But since Pashali has come to the castle, I want to get the answer real quick.
Is it because people who can communicate with spirits are a rare breed?
Exactly. They're few and far between.
Spirits who can speak like Vita are just as scarce. That reminds me, what did Pashalia say earlier? The fact that both parties can now understand each other is strictly because they're willing to communicate. There weren't that many spirit contractors out there, but they certainly existed. Like Ginia, they sought a way to communicate with their spirits, even if they couldn't understand them outright. Surely they had their own way of solving the issues that arose. Guess this must be how spirits and humans usually interact. I don't usually pay much attention to these things, but now you've got me curious. Are there a lot of spirit contractors here?
Well, for starters, nobles usually learn how to form contracts with spirits as part of their education. So I guess there are more contractors among nobles than common folks. If you do contract a spirit, you'll also have more work opportunities. Among the people you know, Allie's also a contractor.
Fucking what? Every time. I'm sorry, they could make a game about Alest on his own. The man gets more and more amazing. Listen, Ginny, shh, sweetie, shh, sit down. Okay. I know that all I wanted in the Radiant Tail fucking game, the main game, was why the hell don't I have a Ginia route? And now they're like, here, see, we gave you a Ginia ending, but also, did we make a less shinier and fancier? And do you see all the sparkles and the bells and whistles we put? What the fuck is happening? He went from like, okay, side character was kind of fun with glasses. Okay, automatically drew me in. All you had to do was slap glasses on him and I was sold. And now you're just, in every route, just making him so much more interesting and giving him so much more story and substance. And it's like, you can't. I know we technically had an ending with it. They did not. I'm going to tell you something. All right, come move it. Come here. Come here, listen to this, okay? Shh, shh. All right? If they did not put an Alest ending in there that at least left a little door open for me to like walk on through, happily waltzing into our love story, I'd have been so fucking pissed. I wanted one anyway. Okay, I would have been like, where's my Alest ending? Why don't I get around? But it would have been as we've been going through. Here's Ion's route, and you're like, Alest, what the fuck? And now and you're like, What the fuck? You are building up this magical fairyland that is Alest, and then, thank God we already know he has an ending, because if he didn't, I would throw hands with somebody. I'd go find me whoever wrote this game and didn't give me any ending for him, and I think I'd bitch slap them, and like, that is not cool. They gave me an ending for him, so I'm not mad about it, okay? But I'm just saying, you could see where I would be pissed if we hadn't already gotten an ending with him. Because I'd be like, how dare you? Why are you making the man so amazing? And then you're like, bye, Felicia. What the fuck? What the? I'm sorry. I did not expect the Radiant Tail fan disc to be the Alest fangirl zone. I did not expect it to come out this way, but that is exactly what is happening. What are you doing to me, game? I loved him from the first game. I mean, come on. Sassy bitch with glasses? Perfect. You are perfect. And, I mean... But, like, he's, like, taking over here. He's, like... I want to say he's trying to shove Ginny in the closet, but I'll let him out afterward. Don't worry about it. Like, I might every once in a while have to have, quote-unquote, a business trip to Cultura to just have my little fling with my Labyrinth Sentinel, because I'm not giving up on my salty little clown bitch, okay? I'm not giving up on my salty clown boyfriend. But, like, Ginny and Alest are my perfect little, like, I'm going to be in the middle of this man sandwich, and I love it. So fucking much. And they are just... You can't tell me that they're not tempting you on Alest even more as this goes. You're like, he gets more intriguing. What the hell? Like, what? Okay. All right. So now you've set it up. I need, like, some kind of Alest spirit contractor CG with Pashalia later. You can't not give it to me. I would die if every single route had an LSCG in it. It'd be so amazing. But anyway, if I remember correctly, he formed a contract with an earth spirit.
Yep, that's right. But as you know, he's a brawny guy, so he barely uses his magic.
He's a brawny guy. Really? He doesn't... What? Again, Celeste, you're gonna have to take your shirt off so that we can judge. We're gonna have to, because, like, you don't... Ion looks like a brawny guy. Okay? Celeste does not look... Sir, I'm gonna need you to take your shirt off for science. For all of us. We're all scientists here. So we are gonna have to analyze, is all I'm saying. I want to see this brawn and then the, quote-unquote, letting yourself go from your desk job. We're gonna need to see! We will be the judge! Okay? If they do... I can't complain. They gave me a topless fucking Genius CG right off the bat that they kept flashing back to. But I'm just saying, you've set me up to really desperately want the same for Alest here, and I just... Damn. Okay, anyway. Oh, I see. She's over there. Oh, I see. Fantasizing in her head now. Just like me. Even though spirits are all around us, there's so much we don't know about them.
Not again! Just what are you so displeased with?
Ginny's spirit whipped up another mighty breeze, perhaps annoyed at his inattention.
Come on, Pashalia! Hurry up and ask this little fellow what the deal is.
Well, now we finally get why your contracted spirit is so upset with you. You better tell me why. I need to know.
Maybe they're feeling cranky because their favorite perfume is gone. So that's what happened.
That absolutely sounds like a spirit contracted with Ginia.
Be like, oh, I would be doing the same.
Libis only came in after we helped mediate between Ginia and his spirit. We then told the prince what happened.
And they only calmed down once I promised I'd buy the perfume again. Jeez, what a selfish brat. Just who do you take after?
They were a perfect reflection of Ginia, actually. Exactly. It seemed people really could form a contract with a like-minded spirit. I totally get it now.
Still, it's good to know that you were able to resolve your issues in the end.
So Calivis is not grown up in this one, okay.
Anyway, may we move on? I'd like to explain why I invited you here today. I have a favor to ask of you.
Noticing the change in his tone, Pashalia and I sat up a bit straighter.
When we went to meet Leave and Orions the other day, she asked me to pass on a message. She told me she'd like to see the two of you. So I want you to go to Orion's. I know I could have just sent you a letter about this, but this is a request from Leave herself, so I figured I should tell you in person. Also, this is how they got me to be into the fan disc in different parts, to have me talk to you directly instead of just getting a letter.
You know. Leave wants to see us?
Wonder if something happened. I, for one, know why she's called for you. Maybe it's better if you ask her directly, though. Apologies for springing this on you out of the blue, but could you accept her request? Sure, I'm fine with it. Despite all the things she did to us, it's thanks to her that I've been given a second chance at life. If there's anything I can do to help, I want to do it.
I was trying to sneak up behind you because you got so many pin feathers in the back of your head. I was trying to get them. And I thought maybe you would let me get your pin feathers? No? Okay, fine. All right. You don't trust me right hand. You don't trust my right hand to pet you, but you'll trust my left hand? But I feel the same way as Pashalia. Besides, how can I refuse a request from you, Calivis? Ruffles his hair.
Good to hear that. Thanks again, you two.
Relief visibly washed over the young royal as his shoulders relaxed. If you're going to be mean, I'm going to chuck you over the banister. Oh, right. We need to tell Spiria and Rady first. We can't just take days off without notice.
Sure, you can go tell them.
Thank you.
I guess that's it for today, then. Please contact the castle once you're good to go. I got it. We'll see you later, Calivis. See ya. Also, thanks for the flowers. I'll use them to liven up my room.
We left the castle after saying our goodbyes to Calivis. He had a big smile on his face as he sent us off with the bouquet in hand. By the time we returned to Lieber, the dinner rush had already begun. There was no time to rest. We were only able to gather around the table after the store closed. Let's dig in!
The water is delicious as usual.
I don't remember Vita's voice, but whatever. Though Vita usually strolled around town as she pleased, she was always there when we all sat down. She's fucking adorable. I kind of forgot her little, like, she had a little sprite. Her little bubble hair. Her cute little, like, bubble braids going on.
You never miss out on dinner, huh?
How could I when Spiria makes a special dish just for me? Because spirits didn't need food, Vita used to sit and watch whenever we ate our meals. This concerned Spiria, who began making flavored water for the blue spirit to sip at dinner time. Flavored water, a special drink Spiria prepares for Vita since she can't enjoy human food. She often uses fruit and vegetables from Ruth and experiments with different combinations each time. Favorite blends are served as limited time menu items. That's fucking adorable. Vita held back at first, but it eventually became her favorite drink. Great to hear. I've actually been kind of worried about the fruits and vegetables I bought from Ruth. They taste a bit different these days. But if you don't really mind it, I guess all's well. You do? Seriously? I didn't notice a difference at all.
Me neither. Aren't you just imagining things, Spiria?
Mm-hmm.
They're as yummy as always.
Your opinion doesn't count, because you always say everything's delicious.
You said the same thing when Spacey made a test batch of her new dessert, remember?
The testers still aren't quite good enough to go on the menu. If I remember correctly, the taste really clashed. Wow. Here I thought I made some progress.
Oh, is that so? I thought it was delicious, though.
All the dishes Spacey makes suit your taste buds, Pashalia.
True. Everything Spacey makes is good to me.
Get you a man like this, right? Everything you make is delicious and he's beautiful and glows like the sun. Well, I'm really glad you enjoy my cooking. And I'm creating a new menu item for the tavern, so it has to appeal to many people's tastes, not just yours.
Aren't you going to Orion soon? How about you go find some inspiration while you're there?
That's the plan. I've got a lot to learn, and there are so many popular dessert shops there.
And don't you fret about Lieber. You should leave as soon as possible.
Can't keep Lady Leave waiting forever.
Thank you, Spiria.
In that case, I'll contact the castle first thing in the morning.
Have a safe trip. Oh, and don't forget to bring back some souvenirs. I got some delicious booze over there since the water's so clean. A lot of unusual treats, too.
We're not going there for fun, you know? I can't promise you anything.
Hey, I don't see anything wrong with that. Just think of it as your honeymoon. Relax and enjoy yourselves.
Honeymoon, you say? I'm getting butterflies now that you put it that way. I mean, we've been married for like a year. We haven't had a honeymoon? Girl? I stole a glance at my husband, who was smiling from ear to ear.
Looking forward to it.
Same. Our trip to Orion's was hardly a vacation. Even so, is it okay if I let myself get excited about this? Yes, you're traveling alone with your husband. You gotta be quiet here. You don't have to be quiet in Orion's. Though Spiria and Rady had gone to bed, they had prep work to do early in the morning. Vita had gone out for a late night stroll. She probably wouldn't be back until breakfast. Vishali and I were the only ones left in the quiet store. Guess I need to tweak the ratio of ingredients again.
Gotcha. And this sure is hard, huh?
I was making yet another test batch for my new dessert. Ever since we talked about it at dinner, I couldn't get it out of my mind. I wanted to at least identify the problem before we left for Orion's. Sorry, Pashalia, you can head to sleep if you'd like. I think this is going to take a while.
No, let me help. I'm actually quite enjoying this. Besides, it's so lonely going to bed all by myself.
Oh, is that so? The more I thought about his bold remark, the redder my face got. I totally forgot he can be like this. I kept my eyes fixed firmly on my recipe notes, pretending not to hear his impish chuckle. Hey, Spacey. Yes? My shoulders tightened, and I wondered what mischief he'd get up to this time. This would be like a little bit like, oh my god, stop, like giggly, but now she's getting embarrassed, and it's like, you've been married for a year, stop. Like I want to roll my eyes at it. Like, it's not, like, I know whether, oh, look, it's cute. It's not cute, though. It's kind of, like, fucking weird. Like, you know, I get it in the beginning, like, oh, when you're first dating someone or whatever, but, like, at this point, it's like, giggling, like, oh my god, stop, and blushing and just, you know, fawning over your husband or whatever still. Yeah, that's adorable. But they'll like, oh my god, he's talking about going to bed. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god, like, oh my god. Like, girl, stop. Stop. Seriously? What the hell? Been a year. Okay? What the hell? I don't know why they always do that. It's so like, it's like infantilizing. I don't know. I just don't like it. It always just like, it's like, why? Why do we always have to do this? But his next words came as a surprise. You really are incredible. Come again? My gaze flicked up to his at the unexpected compliment. Pashalia looked entirely sincere. There wasn't even a hint of his usual teasing smile. Remember what I told you this afternoon? Everyone might be glad I'm here, but it's not like I made them happy with my own power. You're different. Work hard every single day with the skills you've acquired. It's so admirable that you put everything you can into achieving your goals of your own volition, and not because you're told to. His comment brought to mind our earlier conversation. It's just, I want to do something more than this. I'd like to do something for someone because I want to, not because others asked it of me. Unlike me. His voice tightened at the end there. Oh, you're beautiful and just sad and depressed. You're a little sad sack. You're a flighty little sad sack. I knew it, Pashalia. I faced my beloved as my worry took over. Oops, sorry, I did it again. Before I could finish, he hurried to explain himself. You know, I tend to compare myself to others and get frustrated by the things I can't do. It's been like that ever since I was a kid. I get stressed over trivial stuff, things that aren't even worth worrying about. Before I'd get depressed and degrade myself whenever it happened. Not anymore, though. I've learned to care for myself a bit more. And traveling with the others has made me realize I can't become someone else. So rather than wasting my time feeling miserable, I should try to become the best version of myself. Aww, well, you're making progress, our little sad sack. There was no sadness on his face. On the contrary, I could feel the positivity and vigor radiating from him. Still a little sad sack, but... You see, I feel like I can do anything just by having you close. You believe in me when I can't even trust in myself. Now, when something worries me, I just try to stay optimistic about it. That's great. I'll always be there for you, Pashalia. I truly believe you'll figure things out. Thanks for that, Spacey. Pashalia was a thoughtful person to begin with. He must have had all sorts of worries circling in his mind. That didn't mean he was pessimistic, though. I could tell from the look on his face that he was working hard to confront his anxieties so he could move forward. Oh, what's up? All of a sudden, Pashalia spoke up. Is there a spirit nearby? Yep, in her spirit. Wonder what brings them here. No sooner than he said that. A dollop of whipped cream flew out of the bowl in my hands. The whipped cream hovered in the air. It gradually grew smaller and smaller, then disappeared completely. Did the spirit eat it? I didn't know they could do that. Yeah, I guess your homemade batch just looked so delicious that they couldn't help but try some. He then added that spirits could still eat food even though it wasn't necessary. No fair. They got to taste the dish before I did. Pashalia pouted, muttering sulkily in the spirit's direction. He looks like he's about to stab a bitch. The look on his face, it's not sulky. That is like, I will fucking murder you. Spacey might forgive you for stealing the food. But you have to ask me first if you want to eat my wife's dish. A chuckle slipped from my lips. He sounded like a child throwing a tantrum. Jeez, it's not funny. Don't let anyone be your top priority. It has to be me. Sorry. You can eat as much as you like. The first bite did get swiped by the spirit, sure. But I want you to be the first one to tell me how good it tastes. I punctuated my request with a chuckle, and Pashalia heaved a sigh. I can't possibly stay mad when you say things like that. Let me have some then. Oh dear, hello. The next thing I knew, Pashalia had grabbed my hand. Huh? Oh. He slid his tongue across my finger, lapping up the whipped cream. I mean, Jesus. I'd say, sir, calm down, but you know what? Don't. Jesus, don't. CG. In case that wasn't obvious. Yeah, they make him beautiful, and then he's like licking your whipped cream off your finger. I mean, hello? Hey. Shit. You're hitting hard with the Pashalia CGs in his route, so far is all I'm saying. What? I can finish the whipped cream on your hand, can't I? I mean, accidentally spills it all over myself. Pashalia paid no attention to how flustered I'd become. This I understand! He flashed me a bewitching smile. Well, you're not wrong, but you're not right either! Irked me when the others said I find everything delicious. You don't say that about just anything, only what truly deserves it. And this subtle sweetness is so very delicious. As sweet as you, I'd say. He is like turning on the sex right now, and I'm into it. But wait, it's not the whipped cream that's sweet. It's you, I think. He giggled innocently as he whispered those seductive words, gaze locked on mine. Yeah, he giggled innocently while you're saying that, licking whipped cream off my finger, gazing into my eyes all sultry like. Yeah, okay, innocent, my ass. Oh! Jeez. Guys, I don't know if I can read this. Pashalia, I don't think this game is M for mature. Sir, I'm gonna need you to rein it in a little. And can I see for sure whether the source of this sweetness is you or the whipped cream? Hey, Pashalia! Before he could go any further, I squeaked out a protest. He gently let go of my hand. I mean, at least she's like, there's people upstairs. I'm just kidding. Ugh. I feel like he's been teasing me a lot more recently. He's trying to get in your skirts. Pashalia was always a touchy-feely person. It seemed like second nature to him. He obviously knew exactly what he was doing these days, though. I really hope, though, that, like, because Zephora is absolutely not a touch, that she is just like, I'm just going to sit on your fucking desk until you pay attention to me. And she's going to be the one that's, like, touchy-feely weird and make him embarrassed. We need to turn the tables on one of these fuckers. I won't get in your way since you're busy coming up with a new recipe. And that is, until we take this elsewhere. Okay. Hi, okay, Jesus. You know, I don't know if I expected this from you, but I'm not complaining. What? That was far too suggestive. I don't think it was a suggestion, it was a promise. The heat in my cheeks flared up all over again. Anyway, playtime's over. Shall we get back to making dessert? I'll weigh these ingredients next, if that works. How much do you need? Around 100 grams each. Got it. I whisked the heck out of the mixture, willing it to beat back my embarrassment, too. Thus, we spent the rest of the night testing out the new dessert until Vita returned home. Well, we ain't taking it. I mean, where does she sleep? Because I hope she ain't sleeping in our room. She's gonna see some shit. Chapter 2. And it's the perfect place to end it, so far, I don't remember, like, I remember Ion's part 2, the second chapter, being like, okay, we're kind of dragging on with the Reformation stuff, like, whatever. But I think the first part was usually like this, you know, you get a lot of background, you get some little flaw, and then you do the kind of sort of plot. So let's see how Pashalia's does the kind of sort of plot. You know what I mean? Is it going to be like, okay, or or is it going to be done better? You know what I mean? Like, was Ion's just kind of like a fluke? It totally pulled it out in the end. Like, we got the third and fourth part, which just brought it around and was so much better, but I do feel like the second part dragged. Like, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens here, but we'll see that next time. So I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.